Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley the rematch takes place in a boxing match. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Of course, today I'm going to be doing a prediction and breakdown, and this won't just be a prediction and breakdown. This will also be why Jake Paul beats Tyron Woodley this weekend in the main event of this boxing match. This weekend, it's actually tomorrow, but I'm doing this late. I couldn't do it yesterday because I don't know why. I just wanted to take a bit of a break. Now I'm back. And now we're looking at this fight again. Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley, the rematch. I did a prediction breakdown in August when they first fought. I think now the rematching Woodley, of course this fight, I'm happy this fight's happening. I'm pretty interested in it still because the first fight, I rewatched the fight again. Back then I thought, after I watched it live, I was like, Woodley clearly won that with the bigger shots. I rewatched it. Paul was looking good with the 1-2s. It was a correct decision. I thought it was a split decision for Jake Paul. Some people thought it was a clear Jake Paul win. It was really close, I thought, because Woodley was pressuring. But I thought Paul landed a better shot. Like, not the better shots, but the more of the shots. And that's what secured the judges. Also, that's what secured the judges to think that Jake Paul won. So I thought it was a split decision. I thought it was a very close fight, though. If it went to Woodley, it wouldn't be a robbery, I don't think, but it was very close. Jake Paul won, I thought. If it went to Woodley, it'd be a little bit of a weird decision, but Paul won it, I thought. I rewatched it. In the first fight, I chose Jake Paul first round KO. And you know what, yeah. I think he's going to get a KO over Tyron Woodley. I think he's just improving Jake Paul. I know people don't like to hear that because they hate Jake Paul. They want him to get KO'd. They're rooting for Woodley. I reckon they're rooting for Tommy Fury. Also to beat Jake Paul. And they were rooting for Askren, Robinson, Ali and Gibb. You know? They were rooting for all of them. Jake Paul, I thought was with them. I was like, Jake Paul's just annoying. This kid's overrated, bro. Just an annoying thing. Trash. It's everyday, bro song. But now when I looked at him in his interviews and his channel, he just posted like a video tomorrow period on his channel. You can go check it. But like, he has a personality. He's actually not bad, and he's pretty good at boxing. Ben Askren even said it. You know, he KO'd Ben Askren. He did something that Robbie Lawler couldn't do. I know it's different. I know there's a lot of questions because the MMA, it's different. The MMA boxing, Askren was just new to there. And I know Lawler didn't get the finish, but he was close to, I understand. But you gotta look at it. Ben Askren. Once was a good win. I know it was a washed up Ben Askren, but still. Tyron Woodley. This is the test. That was really like the test in the first fight against Woodley. That was a bit of a test then. And it was a bit of a test because Ben Askren, people were like, maybe Askren just. I'm gonna go for Ben Askren just because of recent fights. Jake Paul, I hope loses. I hope he gets KO'd. Goes out there and lands a first round KO over Ben Askren. Easy money. He's pretty good. He wants to fight Canelo. I don't just stop. I think that's a good idea. And yeah, he's looking decent lately. I think he will beat Tyron Woodley, and this is why. This is not just like a prediction. This is a different type. I'm doing a different thing on my channel. That's why I was researching yesterday. This is why. I'm not just gonna predict. Oh, Jake Paul wins like this. This is why. This is why. This is why. And it's not like I'm gonna tell you why Jake Paul will win this fight by KO over Tyron Woodley. If he gets a decision again, even himself. He said it in the I think it was MVP face-off. I don't even know what it's called. PvP? I don't know. It's that face-off where Ariel Helwani's in the middle, Jake Paul's at the left, Jake Paul's at the right, Tyron to the left, and they're face-to-face physically, like sitting down. And he even said, I watched the whole thing. He said, Ariel Helwani was asking a question at the end, and he said to Jake Paul, of course, he said to Woodley, what are you going to do, Woodley? We're going to go out there. Woodley said knockout. But Jake Paul said he would get KO in less than inside 5 rounds, which is actually realistic. It is realistic, to be fair. I believe that Tyron Woodley is going to lose this fight. If Paul said to Ariane said, if you get the W and it goes to if you get the W, Jake, and it goes to the decision, will you be mad, disappointed? And he said he'd be really mad at himself. That's why last time he's really mad because he really wanted to get all KOs in his career. And I believe he can get it here over Tyron Woodley. It's massively favors him. Woodley's taken on short notice. Last time it was full camp and he did nothing. The frozen one, of course. And yeah, I think he has advantages. He's 24. Woodley's let's just say it, 40 years old. I don't even know. It says he's 39 in topology, but he's 40 years old. You know, Jake Paul's 16 years younger. You know, or around that. He's taller. The reach is the same, to be fair, and that could benefit Woodley, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna definitely go for it. And yeah, reasons why. I think Jake Paul wins. I do think so. And that's mostly the reason why. There's more reasons. Well, the reach is the only thing that kind of worries me. Paul has everything over him. Experience can go to Woodley, fair play. But man, other than that knockout punch that he could land, and I know he rocked him last time. Rocked him in the 4th round, but other than that, Paul was outschooling him. Make it a boring fair play. But you gotta look at it, man. You know? I don't know. I think Paul wins it. I think he does. I think he's better than Woodley in boxing. I think he's improving. He's 24. If he was like 31, then I'd be like, damn, you're starting a bit old. But he's 24, still improving. Has like this belt with him, which is pretty weird. Has this belt that was for him. It has like a stylish bag on the side with Rolex watches, which is pretty cool. And it's not like he's like has the belt and he's automatically like the champion if Woodley wins and knew he's the challenger. It says for Jake Paul on it, the most valuable boxer, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and it's from someone, I don't know who it was, but it's from someone. I don't know. I don't think anyone knows, but maybe you do. Actually, I think he did say, but it was from like Alec or something. I don't know what it is, but I think this is Paul's win. I think he wins it. I think he gets a KO. I think he does. I think he'll get a standing TKO over Tyron Woodley. I think first round. Shut up, Alexa. In first round they're gonna be seeing what each other has, and Woodley will slightly win the first round, landing the bigger shots early, kind of rocking Jake Paul, but Paul's good. I don't want to go to Woodley with the bigger shots, but Paul going to the body like the first fight. Round 2, and if Paul goes to the body, Woodley won't have the same cardio tank. He's just taking on short notice. You know, if this was Jake Paul, Tommy Fury, I would go for Tommy Fury. I think you'd eventually break Jake Paul, but I think the second round comes, I think Jake Paul will slightly land better shots after Woodley a little bit gasses in the first with the big shots. And Paul's gonna land good body shots, land good 1-2s like the first fight. Land it again, and in round 3, land more shots. Woodley will hurt Paul again, but Paul staying composed, recompose himself. Land more 1-2s, lands a big shot on Woodley that'll kind of rock Woodley, but not really. Paul wins round 3. Round 4, Woodley lands big shots, but stays patient because he gets kind of countered by Paul, lands good shots. Woodley at the end of the round is looking good, landing good shots. Paul drops him with like a lead counter left hook. Kind of drops Tyron Woodley. The whole crowd goes, "Oh!" It's in Tampa, Florida, so it's gonna favor either guy. Drop Woodley very badly at the end of the round. No, he won't drop Woodley. Actually, he'll stumble him really badly. He'll stumble him, and then he'll be saved. Referee steps in. Round 5 comes around. It's so far. It's 3-1 Jake Paul, but it's competitive more this time. I think Woodley will show up this time. I think this is his last opportunity to see if he can beat Jake Paul. And I think in round 5, I think he'll land like a, what's it called? I think he'll stun Woodley with a counter again. I think he'll rock on him with an uppercut. Lead uppercut. They'll rock Woodley so badly. Chicken leg. Huge shots. Woodley, he's done. It's done. Big shot from Paul. Another big shot. Woodley's covering up. It's over. Round 5 KO for Jake Paul. Standing TKO though, but it's after he rocks Woodley really badly. And I think Jake Paul wins. He's better. Well, at this point, he's better. You got to admit. Woodley is taking a lot of damage, and we saw he's against counters. I said this in the first fight they had against Vicente Luque. Got countered. He was looking okay against Luque. I watched that one back. He was actually landing good shots on Luque. Luque was getting the better of it, but Woodley was looking pretty good in that fight. But he got countered, and he went to the ground. And then Luque darced him, of course, which isn't bad. Luque is not a bad loss whatsoever. Chiesa was looking good. Then he got darced, so it's not really that bad. And then Colby out-grappled him. But if Woodley wins, and I'm just going to say it now, tomorrow night, if Woodley wins, I think Tommy Fury's going to get screwed over. If Woodley wins, Fury's going to get screwed over. Tommy Fury. I think he'll get screwed over because do you want to see Woodley Paul the trilogy, which will be really interesting more than the first fight if Woodley does get the KO? Because this is not as interesting because people are suspecting a boring fight. I think it'll be an awesome fight before then. I think that both guys are saying it'll be an awesome fight. I'll trust them. I think it'll be an amazing fight, but I think Paul will get the KO. Standing TKO, I think. And I think Woodley's not going to throw back. But yeah, would you rather see Paul Woodley if Woodley KOs Paul here? No. Would you rather see? Would you rather see Tyron Woodley? Would you rather see Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley 3 if Woodley wins by KO in this rematch over Paul, or Jake Paul Tommy Fury? At that point, I'd probably want to see Paul Woodley more. That would be more intriguing. Then Tommy Fury can maybe by then when his ribs good can get like a fight against a fight against who? Who does he fight? Tommy Fury. Maybe Chris Abilla, that Nate Diaz bro. That guy. Because he's coming off a win over Anthony Taylor. Correct. He beat Anthony Taylor. And Taylor's fighting. Who's Taylor fighting? Oh, they're on the same card. Oh, I forgot. Chris Abilla versus Anthony Taylor. I'm gonna go with. I'll predict fights that I really want to predict. I'll go with Anthony Taylor. I'll trust him more to get it. He looked okay against Tommy Fury. He lost, but he looked okay. I think he'll win it over Chris Abilla. But if Chris Abilla wins, that's a free win for Tommy Fury. But maybe not, because Fury made it so close again. No, he didn't make it close, but he should have made Taylor look like a bum, I think, and they can. But yeah, I'll go for Anthony Taylor. Trust him to win it, I guess. Amanda Serrano, Miriam Gutierrez. I don't know much about this. I know Amanda Serrano is really good, but she lost. She's not much anything. I'll go for Serrano there by decision. Boring decision. It'll be a good scrap, but I think she'll get it. And then do her versus Katie Taylor after. This is, you know how the outcome of this can be. Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley 3, or Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury versus in the co-main event, Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor super fight. I'm down to see that. I won't buy it, but I'll watch it. Let's go. But I think Jake Paul can get that one done. Woodley can win, and I hope Woodley wins, but I actually kind of don't. He'll screw up a lot of plans for Jake Paul moving forward, unless they do trilogy and then Paul wins because it'll be 2-1. They won't fight again. But I'm ready for Woodley. Hopefully Woodley wins. I hope he wins. I don't see it happening though. I think Jake Paul gets it done. The problem child wins over Tyron Woodley. But I think Woodley will make it a fight. I think he'll make it a fight, but I think he'll lose, man. I don't think I don't know. I don't mean to be disrespectful to Woodley fans. But I think now if you look at it, and now if you and I you can disagree with me all you want. And if the dislike button was still here, it would be a little bit of dislikes, I reckon. But I think it was a little bit fluky for Woodley to win the belt. What the hell is this? I think it was a little bit fluky. Now that I think about it, Maya could have just did that. What Burns did, what Covington did. Maya was looking okay against Burns in the grappling department. Maya could have, I don't know how, but I think we should have saw this before when Nate Marquardt, these guys did it. He went on to become champ. And then, yeah. That's crazy to me now I think about it. I think it was a little bit fluky that he was champ. You got a win over Darren Till, but how that doesn't age well whatsoever. Look where Till is. Just lost to Derek Brunson and Robert Whittaker. But which isn't bad, but still he's not looking the greatest lately. I think he might lose to Uriah Hall. I actually don't know if he will win that. I don't even trust him anymore. I might pick him to beat Hall, but I don't know. And look what Wonderboy could have done. I thought he lost the rematch. I thought Woodley won the first fight. Wonderboy won the second. But man, I don't know. But I think Jake Paul gets it done by KO. 5th round KO. Standing TKO. And put brackets beside that. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. That's my prediction breakdown. The reasons why Jake Paul wins this rematch against Tyron Woodley. Peace out. Woo!